Apparently, HBO is going to make a Harry Potter TV series. Wild. Let me tell you everything I know and everything I think. So, hello, YouTubes. I'm Nicholas W. Fuller. I'm a writer, I'm a gamer, I'm an interviewer, and here on the channel, I like to talk about books and games, and I look for cool ways to bring the two passions of mine together. But today, I come to you as a bit of an entertainment news reporter because I just learned that, holy cow, we're going to get a lot more Harry Potter on screen. I didn't know that this was coming. I guess news of this leaked like 10 days ago, and there's been talks apparently of some series since 2021, but uh, they've only just sort of finalized things, and I guess now it's for real. So it's interesting to me. Like, I kind of thought the films did a good job of encapsulating the books pretty well. Um, I thought that they told the stories pretty well and pretty faithfully. I've read the books, I saw the movies. Like, it wasn't exactly the same, but you're never going to be exactly the same with the two different mediums. But they did a pretty good job, especially with the earlier uh, books. But I guess now we're going to have a series. Uh, so interesting. How's that going to be? I was thinking about this just a little bit. I thought, well, what if it's animation? I mean, that might be kind of cool. I guess like some of the headlines have said it's going to be a totally new cast. So we're not going to have. I mean, that makes sense. You can't have like Daniel Radcliffe play a 10-year-old boy anymore, right? But animation might be neat. Uh, but let's go ahead and take a look at one of these articles. Let's see what they have to say. So let's dive into this article. Let's learn a little bit more. Harry Potter TV series officially happening at Max. David Heyman, who produced all 8 feature films, is in talks to exec produce the original series based on the books. So it's not something different, it's the books. Series creator J.K. Rowling will exec produce and her insights will be helpful, says HBO boss Casey Bloys, who declined to discuss the controversy over the author's remarks on transgender people. I wonder why. I think that'll be the third rail with this project, right? Because those comments are indefensible. But I can separate the work from the artist a little bit in this regard. I mean, I think the work is still enjoyable. I like Harry Potter, the stories, and I think there's good stuff there, despite all the gross stuff she's said since. But let's dive into this article more. Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav has revealed plans for live action. Okay, so I guess it's not animated. I guess they're going to do live action again. I guess that kind of makes sense. I think live action kind of has a bigger audience than animation in general, with the exception of like Disney cartoons, but even those, they've been doing those live action remakes, right? So, live action TV series based on controversial author J.K. Rowling's beloved books made the announcement Wednesday morning during presentation, revealed how streamers HBO Max and Discovery Plus would be integrated. That's kind of cool. I didn't realize that they were under the same umbrella. That's kind of neat. As expected, HBO Max has officially been rebranded and is now simply Max. Great, okay. Here's how the series is described by Max. The stories from each of Rowling's Harry Potter books will become a decade-long series. Wow. Produced with the same epic craft, love, and care this global franchise is known for. The series will feature a new cast that lead a new generation of fandom full of the fantastic detail, much-loved characters, and dramatic locations that Harry Potter fans have loved for over 25 years. Wow. Okay. Decade-long series. Yikes. Wow. New cast. Just dropping those bombs. Each season will be authentic to the original books and bring Harry Potter and these incredible adventures to new audiences around the world, while the original, classic, and beloved films will remain at the core of the franchise and available to watch globally. Super interesting. I do think it's kind of neat that it's going to get like a refresh for a new generation. One of my 2 kiddos is my 9-year-old son, and like he's kind of like the movies, but he might be into this. But uh each book is going to, each season will be authentic to the original books. I mean, I feel like the movies that are like 2-ish hours kind of covered each book fairly well, especially the early ones. So what, we're going to have like 6 hours of TV Probably in a season, at least. I mean, how many episodes of Game of Thrones were there per season? More than 6, right? Wow. Uh, I feel like maybe they're going to have to add content, and that's going to get really interesting. Could be cool. Maybe. But could definitely be not cool. I don't know. Alright. Alright. The series hails from Warner Brothers TV, Rant TV and Film, yada yada. A search for a writer and a showrunner continues. See, this is where. I don't know, man. We're delighted to give audiences the opportunity to discover Hogwarts in a whole new way. Harry Potter is a cultural phenomenon. It absolutely is. Clear that there is such an enduring love. Yeah, I think so. People still cosplay and stuff, Like, people love it. This new Max original series will dive deep into each that fans have continued. Yep. Max's commitment to preserving the integrity of the books is important. Looking forward to being part of this new adaptation. Depth and detail only afforded by a long-form television series. I mean, yes. But again, I don't know. Maybe they really dig into like each page, Maybe. Live action Harry Potter TV series has been in the works since early 2021. Wow. Meetings with writers have been underway ever since. That's interesting. Okay. Following the Max presentation, they said the Harry Potter TV series budget will be commensurate with those of Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon, with the latter's first season clocking in at $125 million. It will be that scale or higher, whatever it takes to make a quality show. Well, so the money won't be a problem. Like, the only thing that dwarfs that is Rings of Power. And it turns out you can't just throw enough money at something to make a great show. It had great visuals for sure, but Rings of Power was not like a great show. Alright, so Warner Brothers directs. Also said the new series will not preclude them from doing other projects. We're free to do anything we want. Some areas we need to do with JK, others we have the ability to go forward. Full deployment of Max of Harry Potter. We can still develop other properties. Interesting. They declined and said the stories are inclusive. Right. That's fair. Harry Potter story is incredibly affirmative and positive about love and acceptance. That's a priority what's on the screen. That's actually cool to hear, I think. That's cool to hear. I mean, they're kind of ducking the controversy and trying to be like, it's not line, it's not real, whatever. But then they're saying that the story itself is incredibly positive about love, and that's very true. So, I'll give them that. Interest. After Warner Brothers and Discovery merged. That's why it's a combined, okay, Discovery Plus and HBO for Max, because they weren't merged before, but they have recently. I actually didn't know that, so learned something today. 15 years, wow. Extensive negotiations. Not expected to have day can take control or contribute writing. Oh, that's interesting. Didn't she write the, Fantastic Wizard movies? I don't know. Anyway. One of the cornerstones, yep. And together grossed more than $7 billion. Wow. I did not realize. Well, I mean, and that's a drop in the bucket compared to like all the merchandising they've got, right? Over the years. I'm sure. I mean, shoot. You can't see it, but like up there. I got a wand. Harry Potter World is so cool. I remember the first time I walked into Diagon Alley. So cool. This is going to be so interesting is like how they sort of reimagine some of these locations. Is it going to be very, very similar to the movies and maybe just a little expanded? Or is it going to be like different, you know. I don't know. I really hope that like some things are not like I don't want Hogwarts to look totally different than it does in the movies. Yep. Okay. Well, that's kind of let's see. Hmm. So I guess in summing up, I mean, I do think that this is cool. Like I said, I think it's neat that it's going to be kind of reimagined for a new generation, like my 9-year-old son. That might be cool for him, depending on how long it takes to actually get to distribution for me to be able to watch it. Maybe it'll be good for my currently 2-year-old daughter. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, like each movie, they're around like 2 hours, right? And it's probably going to be in each season like 6 hours a minimum. That part, I feel, I don't know, but I mean, it could be good. What do you think? Are you excited? Are you kind of over it? You're not into Harry Potter anymore. I know that there's a lot of huge Harry Potter fans. Like, let's be real, you can't go to a con and not see someone like cosplayed as someone from Harry Potter, And Harry Potter World at Universal is super cool, I will say. And it's fun to kind of get immersed in that world with the robes and the wand and being able to do magic at Harry Potter World and like the food. It's pretty cool. So I guess ultimately, I'm gonna walk away from this being cautiously optimistic. I will say, like, I'm not, a crazy Harry Potter nut. I've never cosplayed as like Harry Potter stuff. I'm not super super invested in it as I think some people are. So I can have a little bit of detachment from it all. Um, but still, cautiously optimistic. It could be fun, could be interesting and exciting, but it does seem fraught. Who's going to write it? Who's going to be the showrunner? Those are going to make or break this. And who would you want to see cast in different roles? I think that we know now that it's going to be live action. So okay, uh, I feel like the children probably have to be unknowns, probably, but the adults. I mean, we've also maybe you've seen. I know I've seen the like memes of Adam Driver as young Snape would be cool. Maybe he could pull off Snape in this. Uh, might be fun. I'm trying to think. Like I don't know who should be Lupin, who should be Moody. I mean, Dumbledore's just. I have no idea who I would cast as Dumbledore, but I don't know. What if like maybe a Ewan McGregor as Lupin? I don't know. Is that crazy? Could be fun though. What do you think? What do you think? Like, are you optimistic? Are you excited? What do you think about this casting? Tell me. Tell me in the comments. Um, yeah. Again, I'm Nicholas W. Fuller. Please like and subscribe. I have lots more book and game related content on the channel. And if no one's told you yet today, you're an absolute legend.